So if you're thinking about going freelance, where should you start? Now, the first place you should start is with your network. Now, this is for all aspects of freelancing. It's about learning how to go about freelancing, how to create your offer as a freelancer, how to win clients. And I'll link to the video, How to Win Your First Client, which develops specifically on that particular topic. But in general, you need to start with your network. So you may have people in your network who are existing freelancers and hopefully successful freelancers that you can maybe learn from. You could speak to them, you can ask them about their journey, how they got started, and take some tips from those people. Now, if you don't have a network or a particularly useful network in terms of freelancing opportunities, go out there and find one. There are plenty of ways you can do that in this day and age. So there are lots of freelance communities. I've talked about those. And again, I'll link to the video if you're interested in going deeper on that, which you can get involved with, and you can speak to people who are freelancing. You can ask them questions. You can offer some value yourself, and you can learn from them. So by starting out with your network, you really will understand how you can go about building your career as a freelancer. Because people you've worked with in the past are a great resource in terms of asking them questions of, what was it about what I offered that you found valuable, or what skill would you potentially pay for outside of my, if you're an employed person now outside of me working at the company. And you can start to get a bit of a pattern and a trend of the things that people will say and give you advice on. Now, of course, as always, this has to be a value exchange. You can't just expect all these people in your network to be giving you free advice all the time without anything in return. But if you have established a network, you'll be more than aware of that. And particularly if you're looking to go into freelancing, one of the good things you can do is offer some consultation or offer a sample or a kind of like a little template or something to do with whatever your skill is to help the individual. And then they would hopefully reciprocate and give you some feedback and assistance on your freelance career. But when you start with your network, what you'll start to find is little opportunities will spring up that you didn't necessarily think of. And as I said in the How to Win Your First Client video, that is almost always from your existing network. And just by having these conversations and not necessarily asking directly for work, but just explaining that you've been working for a period of time, you've built up some good experience, and you're thinking of going to work for yourself as a freelancer, and these are the steps you're going to take. The more people that you tell about this and explain, the more sort of in the back of their mind they may have you. So if an opportunity comes up and someone says, oh, let's say you're a web designer and you're talking about going freelance, a web design project comes up from someone's friend or someone's colleague at work, and they think, oh, okay, I spoke to such and such the other day and they mentioned that they were going freelance. Maybe, you could put in touch. I trust them. I know they do good work. And then you get that referrals. So you can start to see how by tapping into your network, opportunities will arise. Now, it's not only about winning business, of course. You want to get assistance in how to craft your freelance business and try and avoid some of the mistakes that you can make as an early stage freelancer, which hopefully this channel helps you out with as well. But by sort of tapping into your network, anybody who's gone freelance or works with freelancers may be able to give you some really good tips and advice on the things to avoid and some of the best things to do, and how to price your services, how to establish good client relations, how to manage some difficult clients, all these different elements of the things that we cover here at First Year Freelancing as well. You can obviously get some assistance from your existing network. And then, as I referenced earlier, the community side of things, if you're either embedded in the communities or you're going to do so, these are an unbelievable resource of potential opportunities to collaborate, even some referrals, but mainly about just speaking with like-minded people and sharing experiences, swapping notes about what went well here, what didn't go so well there. And this is where you get that value exchange, and you can bring everybody up together by being part of that network. And then the beauty of this is that it kind of goes full circle. Is that, as I mentioned, obviously I've been freelancing for many years and built up a successful freelance business. So I can now help others who are starting out their journey. And that's exactly what you can do if you get involved in these communities. So, people give you a help up the ladder. And as you get there, you can then help other people who come behind you and after you and give them some of your advice and learnings on your skills as well. So if you're thinking about starting off as a freelancer, just look at your network. Don't overcomplicate things. Speak to people, have conversations, get involved in communities, read content, hopefully, value from videos such as this if you've come across this. And that will really help you immerse yourself in the world. And, for some people, it may help them realize that it's not the right route for them and not the right opportunity, but at least they learn beforehand rather than going ahead and potentially, having a situation where they, lose out on other opportunities and then delay their career progress. So there's so much value in starting out with your network before anything else as a freelancer. So that's my 2 pence worth on what I think you should maybe do when you're thinking about getting started as a freelancer.